Guess who's here? Siobhan Otero, our culture vulture. And
Hello, good
she is
morning.
our arts contributor at LocalIQ
That was exciting,
magazine.
Zumba earlier.
Isn't that cool?
I've never seen Zumba actually, so.
It's a pretty fun.
Think you
It's all
could
the
do
craze.
it? Could you do that?
Yeah, check your local IQ and then do some Zumba.
You just have to be kind of coordinated, or I'm not coordinated, but it's
Yeah.
fun.
If you could follow the instructor, I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
So why,
it's a fun
I'm
workout.
curious, what's the pink? What's with the, you guys wearing?
Oh,
it's
it's-
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The
Oh, yeah,
Lobos
okay,
are
that's
doing their Lobos Love Pink football game this coming Saturday. So
Oh, that's good. Well, good thing I have pink lipstick at least.
There you go.
So last week I was talking about doing the ghost stories for the next issue of the IQ, which was a lot of fun. I did some pretty extensive research in some of the bars and heard some of their ghost stories. But now I feel like I know too much about my favorite venues, Sister being one of them. They had some pretty creepy tales. But a couple weeks ago, a while back, I was, stumbling home from a show with my friend, and we saw across the street these guys doing some night owl artwork at the screen printing shop. And we knocked on the window, and we're like, hey, let us in. We want to see you do some art. So we went in, and they had this impressive screen printing process and these one-of-a-kind T-shirts and artwork, and they told me James Black was responsible for part of that, and I was like, oh, that guy that DJs? Which I shouldn't be surprised anymore that most of my guests, dabble in a bit of everything, wear many hats, DJing, teaching, dancing, painting, whatever. So it's not hard to track them down because they all know each other and work together. So my guest today, James Black, is a screen printer and a professional illustrator, graphic designer, and visual projection artist, and he works on movies and TV. He's on the Directors Council for Emerge Albuquerque, and he teaches at Warehouse 508. And not to mention, he DJs some of my favorite shows in town, Freaky Tiki Bass, and most recently, Bass Therapy with a handsome DJ by the name of Halcyon. And with Cloudface that we had here a couple weeks ago, and our invisible guest last week, Chris Clavio. He
So
was
Jim-
there, so
So
They all work
basically,
together.
she broke into your studio and then brought you down.
I
here.
wasn't there, unbeknownst
I
to
see.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how all this happened.
Absolutely.
I
got
got great
it.
extents to find these guys.
Well, it worked. You're here.
Absolutely, yes,
That's
sir.
Good
to be here.
Good to have you here. This is great. So you've done some TV too.
Well, more behind the scenes.
Oh.
In fact, just yesterday we were doing set work for the movie that's being filmed at Valley High School. It's called Mi Vito Robot, and I
I've
think
heard of that.
yeah, George Lopez is in it. Perhaps.
It's a big one.
Yeah, Robert Wilson King is the director, and he had us over there, and he's a big wig as far as it
Yeah.
goes.
So we got you in front of the camera. Then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll
Okay.
take both sides. It's okay.
Very cool. So tell us a little bit about your artwork.
Well, I do commercial art, so I do, alibi covers and spot design or spot illustration work, but I also design T-shirts and facilitate artwork for a lot of people in town. So I'm very familiar with graphic process, and I make like tangible objects that people can buy and wear, and that's kind of what I do with my work.
Okay. Here, and we're showing some of your art.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I
us through
do.
it.
I do a little bit of spray paint style stuff, stencil. Yesterday we were doing like a graffiti mock-up on Valley High School, so we made it look like it had been tagged on actually. This is me with another of our friends, Jake Fragua. I think he's been on the show, right?
Yeah.
And my other buddy Faustino, who works at Warehouse 508 with me. He's an up-and-coming designer and screen printer. We're live at Farm and Table screen printing a few weeks ago. This is just a shot of my shop, and this is another student at Warehouse 508 who's learning to screen print.
You have some student work here, you said, right?
I do. Actually, this is one of the shining stars over at 508. We call her Baby Onion Girl. She made this awesome two-color design, Lisa Cassius, who's an up-and-coming illustrator as well.
That's really nice.
But this is the kind of stuff we're printing over at the warehouse with the youth over there, and just trying to reach out and show them the process and build and take screen printing to the next level locally.
That's great that you do that for the youth too, give them some artwork and something to do with, getting out in the community and
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
them, yeah.
If anybody wants to get involved, it's warehouse508.org, and you could sign up. And I do screen printing every Thursday, so I'll be there from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m.
And
tomorrow.
you teach people how to do it. Oh,
Yeah,
that's neat.
absolutely.
We
And I
have
have
a
my own
video.
studio downtown as well.
I think we have a video too of the screen printing
Oh, yeah.
process if
Okay.
you want to check that out.
Let's run it.
My name is James Black. I run a small screen printing shop in Albuquerque, Mexico. I design and use my shop to help others realize their creative vision.
James has always been my go-to guy for anything print related. We've had a lot of design work in the past together, so just always been the guy.
What I do is help with an idea and make it into an actual product, like a t-shirt or a poster.
I'm a local DJ and promoter, and every time James does something for me, it blows up online.
I find that the reward is in the process, and I learn a lot from working with others.
I've known James for a long time now, and he's actually showed me a lot of knowledge about graphic designs and t-shirt designs.
I want to take this business mobile and have a pop-up shop fueled by a Scion vehicle. On top of that, I would be able to get around easier and teach others about art and design.
Is that called being an underground artist?
Yeah, quite literally.
That's a great video. Nice job.
Thank you. Yeah, my friend Andre Ross, who's a local filmmaker, helped me put that together.
Yeah. It really displays what you do.
Thank you. Yeah,
like that.
we do pop-up printing, so I can pop up and
I was
print
just going
live
to ask
anywhere.
about that. So you were just under a bridge doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're literally
Usually,
everywhere.
There's not that many customers under the bridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, we pop up and print at like Hispanic Cultural Center for things like Global Kirky or larger events like that, or Farmers Market, wherever there's a big crowd, you know.
Yeah, that is so
cool.
It's a
cool.
great idea.
Thank you.
So you had another event you mentioned earlier. What was it? The Freaky
Freaky Tiki
something?
Base.
Is that you're going to be at that event?
Tomorrow night, Freaky Tiki Base at Bert's Tiki Lounge. We have AXH from Boston, who's a big heavyweight DJ, and Esh1 from San Diego coming in. And I'll be performing alongside my DJ partner Chris Eyes and Peter Uno. And we do the best, most fun party every month at Bert's Tiki Lounge. And we're keeping that place open with the party.
Yeah, thank goodness. I was so sad when I heard that. I'm like, but it's legendary, you know. So
Absolutely.
thanks for keeping the Freaky Tiki Base at Bert's Tiki Lounge
Yeah,
going.
come by tomorrow night. It'll be heavyweight.
So you will be DJing and screen printing?
I don't
just
think I'll
the
be
DJ?
screen printing,
Yeah.
but I'll definitely
One hand
be
here, the
because
other
I
hand
can't
here.
do it all at once. You know? But we might have some really cool designs there that we print beforehand.
Oh,
if you wanna
okay.
come by. Yeah, totally.
Very cool.
We ought to
I like it.
go do some Morning Brew t-shirts or
I
something.
know. That would be a
Absolutely.
great idea.
Absolutely, I could knock that design out, no problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, you got that, right?
Perfect.
And where can people find your work and meet you and discover what you do?
My blog site is James Black Inc. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's James Black Eyes. And my shop is downtown on 4th Street, right in the heart of downtown next to Ace Barbershop, 111 4th Street. And I work as a collective with a bunch of artists down there. So we're there all different hours of the night, like
Yeah.
Siobhan said.
Especially when you have young women like her breaking in.
Yeah, breaking into art shops
Absolutely, that's
and
what keeps us
discovering
there.
people.
Yeah, well, that's part of the scene, right?
Absolutely, yes,
That's
sir.
and that's to you, Siobhan. That's how you find these folks.
Yeah.
That you
I'm
bring
always
to
telling
us.
Aaron I'm going out, you know, to the late hours of the night and finding artists and all. So
We are finding a lot of great talent. So
Well, this is
so
really
cool.
fun.
So any business could go to you with a print or a picture or anything, and you can do that? Or-
People come to me with some pretty horrible artwork all the time,
Yeah.
and people come with some good stuff too. So anybody could come to me and I'll figure out a way to transform it into a way that works onto a garment.
Okay.
Or we can come to your event and print live depending on
I
what
like
type of
that
business
pop-up
you have.
printing. That's
Yeah.
a great
Right.
idea.
It's
That's
good for
that.
fundraising and different things like that as well.
All right. Well,
Keep
thanks
that in
for
mind.
bringing James.
yeah,
Appreciate it,
thank
Siobhan.
you.